Lawful something indeed. What's up, everybody? Yeah.
Disappear for a little bit, and we can break the spell later.
I know that you guys couldn't hear anyone but me at that point. It was just, yeah.
You don't want to know what we're talking about.
It's sometimes they do. Sometimes they really do. Sometimes, but then sometimes they I don't know if they should. I don't know if they should.
for their minds, probably not.
So, cats,
just
tonight.
Like Nadal.
Yeah.
There are 5 luck rerolls. The luck rerolls have been brought in courtesy of the viewers before the game even started because we had a jumper card. Harrowstone card was picked up, purchased by the audience. That card, as I have already shown my players, so for everybody else, it is the Avalanche. It doesn't mean good things, I assure you. I assure you. It generally means bad things. I can let you know right now. The Avalanche, let me pull it back up, is as such. The Avalanche is a disaster. It is an unthinking, unreasoning thing that overruns all who gets in its way. It can represent physical disaster or disaster that comes from a panicked crowd or other unthinking group or entity. This may mean something as simple as a destroyed weapon or something far, far worse. The next card is the Tangled Briar. Here is your Tangled Briar. Bam. That's what it looks like. The Tangled Briar.
I can't see it.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
The Tangled
like
Briar.
A creepy scarecrow.
Yeah, let me read this out to you. This is a lawful evil card. It is a card of the heart, constitution based. It's a card of ancient deeds. It indicates an object or a person from long ago that will somehow have a great influence on the situation. The subject or person in question is one of lost or murdered in a foul way. If it were misaligned, in which case it is not, this thorny past brings not just pain, but hope for the future. So both cards are currently a negative aspect brought to the table. But this has been brought courtesy of the 5 luck rerolls, so you guys have them in the utmost, the absolute availability. What is this cream emote? Bro, that's the cream of the crop. That's
I thought it was dice, but then it says cream.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like,
It's Macho Man Randy Savage, the absolute cream of the crop.
oh, okay.
Yeah, the cream will always
We all
rise to the
know
top.
where his mind was.
Yeah, that's not a lot of. Is it supposed to be a creamer?
Well,
I thought we were adding
Or
cream
was
to
it-
coffee.
Was it a little cup of cream, like
it's
without
a
top?
tiny,
It was.
it's a
It's
tiny
a
cream.
little
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
that's not.
It looks like he's
From a
dying
cow.
like Terminator, and then he's trying to do like some gang signs.
Yes!
I
before
have
he
Love
I
dies.
have little
Oh,
cow
love it.
designs on my
fingers are
nails.
perfect.
Oh,
The fingers
cute.
are
Oh, I like
perfect.
The fingers
those.
are perfect.
Mine.
Yeah.
They
I
are.
got.
I
I
can't
got
see yours.
stars and moons.
Oh, pretty.
I like your cows though. I might.
Thank
I
you.
have to get mine redone in a couple days.
I love it. Thank you.
I need a new
you
fill,
farm.
so maybe I'm inspired.
You got 3 minutes of
Yeah, I just got it
playtime.
done yesterday.
Yeah, Bonesaw ready. I love it. I love it. So, the Tanglebriar and the Avalanche, there are 5 luck rolls. Maggie, you had stepped away. I tried to let you know, but you had stepped away briefly. There have been 3 people that wanted to come in. 3 people came in to throw wild magic at you. Now, what this means is that your first 3
Why?
spells...
Why do you guys want me to, like, what is happening?
They
The
want
first-
extra wild magic.
The first 3 spells that you
It's wild
cast
in here.
go as you want them to go, so they are
Ooh.
unaffected by wild magic. So it means that your spells will actually
So I
be
don't have
whatever
to
you
eat
want.
doors, you think?
Correct.
Like, that might be, okay.
Correct. So if you're like, I cast detect magic, then guess what?
To be fair, I'm kind of down with my new chompers, so.
They're
You know,
lovely.
I figured as such, which make that 4, so Typhoid's coming in as well. So your first 4 spells are as indicated based upon your spells that you chose, courtesy of your class. Now, let's talk about what happened last time. A few things. Anybody can start us off. Give me something to work with here.
I got some stone teeth,
You did get some
and I
stone
ate a
teeth.
door
You
to
chewed
unlock it.
You went full pit bull right on that
We
door.
tried to stick
Yeah.
potions in every hole.
And I'm not talking about Mr. Worldwide either. So yeah, you
Filled
started
my
getting to that
bucket
door.
full of reagents. I don't know what they go to, but hopefully we'll make a potion to save my friend's life.
Be right back my coffee.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
I do have to highlight that Cobalt. He brought something extra last time with not
Oh
only
gosh, yeah.
not only the suppository
The
potion,
children shit was
but
emotional.
having Tripp possess the stable hand, and as he's putting
And
him to
run
bed,
away.
as he's putting him to bed and like binding his wounds, having Cobalt ask like, "What? No wank?" like
That's disgusting.
that.
I was like, Cobalt, keep that to yourself.
Oh
okay?
man, that was a lot.
He
It
was like, I'm sorry. I was debating.
yeah, I
if
debated
was
for a
gonna
whole 10
say it or
seconds
not.
about it. It was too good. It was too good. So, yeah, please, let's like pass the stone teeth. What else occurred? Anybody?
I mean, Rye, children, go.
Yeah, I died again. For like, you know, I've come so close this campaign many times, but I was poisoned or diseased by Hap's final form,
Yeah.
which bit me in multiple places, and basically my group watched as they desperately tried to help me, but really honestly did not have the tools to do so.
Correct.
So yeah, Rye pretty much died, but
Oops.
Did.
we had an Aegis on our bodies, and it could save us possibly. And I don't know what the roleplay reason is, but somebody in chat saved me with like 50,000 points.
So, just so you guys are aware, the chat actually reacts as an additional god in the Pantheon. You are provided one failsafe. It is one step away from death's door, and it's
In
up to
game,
chat.
one of the children sacrificed themselves
Correct.
for you. That was what
Right.
happened, remember?
Right. Yes.
And this was the moment where Tripp, well, Silwith, kind of, I think, maybe regrets, hopefully, like the shit he pulled off. Because
them
now
kids.
he's like, how do we help this? How do I get you back? How, like, what can I do to, you know, rewind what just happened? And I thought that was a very interesting conversation.
We
between-
learned other things too, like that Rye didn't capture them and keep them on him like
True.
some
Of
sort of
course.
weird necromancer. All right.
I had a feeling that wasn't the case.
They chose to be there. All right.
Yes.
Yeah, well, they're fucking
Protect
evil.
me.
Something's evil. Something's going on. Evil.
Look, people do evil things for good reasons.
It's true.
Gotta get
And some
rich.
people do good things for evil reasons. Personal
Yeah.
gain and all that jazz. So yeah, you get it. You're not wrong. You're completely
Manipulative
not wrong.
AF shit. That's for sure.
Now, the only person that was able to bear witness, like the only person that actually saw what went down was Tripp. However, Temerity heard everything that came from Tripp's side. So everything that Tripp said, Temerity actually heard, but nobody else knows what that's about yet. Nobody can actually hear the children. From Tripp's perspective, Tripp, Ronald, what were the kids doing? What happened? What was the resolution to that?
Well, they're effectively protecting them, and then in order to save them, one of them had to leave. I guess his body, but that was kind of being represented in order to save Rye. One of them was being pulled off into Harrowstone through the chains that were that dredge line that you had talked about before. That was pulling them into the prison.
Yeah. Yeah. There was more information that was given there about specifically the children. He said something about names.
But they didn't remember that. Then they didn't really have any names for him. But Rye should remember them.
Should. But he did say something about him specifically. Once he's gone.
That another would take the place.
No. No, once he's gone, things are getting a little fuzzy. And unfortunately, they won't remember him.
Oh, okay.
Do you think that applies to just the children's souls that sort of reside inside of Rye? Or do you think that that might even have effect over Rye as well?
Probably his memories attaching. Each one of them might be like a certain pocket of memories that he might have of like Nadal or his life prior.
Positive question then. I'm down to hear everybody answer this, or anybody that wants to. What do you think happens when Rye runs out of children's souls?
I think
He's like a cat. He's got 9 lives, or
He
however many
pops.
children's lives.
He just pops, he explodes.
I think.
I think he gets pulled back to
I think.
Nadal?
I
down
mean,
south.
aren't the souls like holding him together, basically?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he dies. He falls apart.
Ripperoni.
Did I say
Sucked
that
into
there
an
were
abyss.
12 souls? Because I meant 1,000. I meant there were 1,000
Yeah?
kids in this.
You were being the big brother to 1,000 souls in the streets of Nadal.
1,000 children. Yes,
He
they
thinks
he's
all
gonna
go to the
are
hells.
protecting me.
Yeah,
You're
well,
a cat.
You had
The
this
original
way,
Pied Piper.
right? You had this way of protecting them that only 13 of them really liked you, though.
Okay,
Oh,
all right.
no.
Hey, man, if that's real life, I'm doing good.
I know, right? I know. Not bad. Not
Just start running out of names. He's all they got Joe Bob and Billy
Yeah.
Bob, Billy Ray,
Yeah, man.
Cyrus.
Don't talk
Dale
about
Jones Jr. You know.
Billy Joe Bob that way.
Okay. What else occurred? What else can you guys recall?
Torvin.
Gorovin. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You can talk about Gorovin. Go for it.
No, that's you. Go ahead.
I mean, the Gorovin thing's more pertinent to the Tripp situation. So start with
Oh, I
that.
was just-
then we'll
I
go.
was
Then
just
we'll go to
gonna say-
Torvin.
I was just saying he fucking incinerated the corpse. He
Yeah.
he buried it in
Yeah.
of Hap, so we don't see it anymore.
And then Torvin noticed the chain was melting and the runic symbols were blackening.
Yes.
Yeah, they were melting out with the pack.
Oh, that's right. It wasn't
Yeah.
just his though. Right? It was every member's. Like the luster of the weapons was like disappearing.
And Eli had a need to capture him, even though they were literally just melted, holy
It's
items.
silver.
Oh yeah, and then you were like trying to put them in a
Like
jar or
liquid
something.
silver.
Yeah.
They were scooping it up.
Yeah,
What did you
but
say in chat
if
earlier?
the
Like for 50
silver-
subs, you would drink it in game.
All right, I either said I would drink some or snort it. I can't remember.
If
But
the silver's
yeah.
liquid,
It still
and
stands
it's
for
not
us.
hot,
Not just mercury.
The
I don't
silver is
wanna
liquid and
touch
not
that.
hot, correct?
So
Yeah,
we can
no.
only assume they're
Not good.
dying or they're dead,
Correct.
right? Like that's the
Yeah.
only thing we can really assume. So So the warden is killing them. I would imagine, or I think
He's powering up.
Yeah, he's powering up, and we're all here.
He's leveling up. He's getting that power level up.
If I would have killed Hap,
9001.
if I would have killed Hap at the beginning, we wouldn't be here right now, and we would be able to stop this menace. Okay?
We would be in a different place. Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. You would be in a different place.
Just remember that, chat. Next time you think you know better.
Then. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, or as soon as you went to kill Hap by yourself, he could have just transformed in front of you and eaten you before.
No, that's not how D&D works. You're new to D&D. You don't know.
Silwith, aka Tripp, aka Shadow Boy, got to mention that he not only watched Gorovin do this, but then talks shit to him and got his HP halved.
No, I didn't talk shit to him at all. What are you talking about?
Oh,
no, I literally just walked him back.
He said,
that was
"Punish
it.
me, Daddy." Basically.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Okay, here you go."
No, I literally just walked him back. That was it. Then he was like, I was like, all right, well, take it easy. And he was still upset. I was like,
take it easy.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Eli talked shit to Gorovin. He's like,
I tried to apologize to
him.
him. I tried to apologize to him, and he was like, obviously, like he wasn't having it. So then he like cut my total HP in half, or like I guess my life force or essence. He cut it in half.
Yeah, he basically half exercised you. You have an opportunity still. Some people believe that you might be redeemable. Some people. Not sure who those people are as of right this moment, but some people believe that you're redeemable. So.
I think it's only Oz. But to be fair, Oz, again, was not there when this, like, Oz came back from being in the ground with Elemental Home Dog to Chaos. So he doesn't really have context. And Oz is one of those guys he's like, I want to hear all the sides of the story, but he hasn't had that because the moment we stepped out, giant doggo boy coming for us. And then my friend is dying, and Oz is like a hot mess right now.
Okay.
So.
All right. Anything else of note occur?
That's all I got.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
So based on the interaction that was had a few sessions back, where the Father Charlatan, had come through the fireplace. He tried sending a message. Based on that and what you've seen now, you believe what exactly? Do you think this is like his level up arc?
Yeah.
I think that the warden is doing her job for us and just killing the ghosts that have been threatening us the whole time. Doing his job as the warden.
What do you think is the point? What is the point of eradicating these spirits?
They can't.
Just to protect the town.
Absorbing. Well, I mean
he's probably absorbing them. Yeah.
Yeah, absorbing them, more power.
You guys definitely have more information here. Is his goal simply to protect the town?
No, it's to keep all the prisoners, both in life and death, imprisoned.
You're right. It was before the Wandering Way.
He's got someone bigger to be in. I think it's not going to be good.
I think we're going to have to go ask him.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So.
All right. So with this information, what is the point of extracting, removing, absorbing these powerful ghosts?
He's a lich, man.
He's a lich.
He's a lich.
You think he's a lich?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole point of the way, was to discover the formula for liches.
Whispering Way,
engineering
forgive me, yes.
their release. Yeah. So, like, I think they're like, let's make a lich and let him free.
Okay. All right.
Or something along that line. Or probably to use it for their their own doings, which, you know, is never good. It's like
It could have been just an experiment, like a first trial run at something too.
Like,
could be, yeah.
'cause you know, the
They
first
needed
Frankenstein's
something.
monster didn't look like that.
But hey, we
True.
got a sword that was
they
made
wanted
to
to hide.
fight liches.
They wanted to hide. Remember, the professor died so that he couldn't basically tell what was happening. They were hiding. They weren't doing something to make it explode.
No,
I reckon they've taken something.
Because they're no longer
taken
here.
something.
They're no longer here. When you had talked to Vesoriana,
Mm-hmm.
Vesoriana said that her husband was pretty much this like Justicar. He was the one thing that made this place still stand.
I love that word, Justicar.
But he's not here anymore.
Nope.
But now something's happening. So, is he truly missing? We'll find out. We will find out.
When you say not here anymore, you know, that could be not so literal.
True.
You know?
True. She technically said,
As
I
in
don't
he's half,
feel him.
you know?
I do not feel him anymore.
Yeah.
I think his body is being used.
Yeah. All I know is that as a group, our effectiveness is questionable.
Hey, you just because you
gonna-
chose
I'm not
to
saying we're
fuck
not
with
having
I agree.
fun. I'm not.
After
This
this
is.
long together, there is little question.
You don't
Look,
listen. Groups
speak for
that
yourself.
always win and are the heroes are fucking boring anyways.
boring
all
as
right?
shit.
I feel like we
Stories don't always have to end happily.
Exactly.
Yeah. To be a good story.
But I'm just saying,
yeah.
like the obvious thing is like the efficacy of our group is a little a little sus.
It is, in fact.
A couple episodes we found out again when the team talked to Oz. Oz literally, this is the first adventure Oz has ever been on. He's literally a chef. That's what he does.
Okay, so I want to do before we
Let's save a prison.
spring into this, before we spring into what's happening, I have to ask the question: do you feel as if you have succeeded on your bargaining agreement with what the professor has asked you in his last will?
God, no.
Not even close. He
Do you
asked us
remember?
to guard
Yes.
Kendra for 30 days.
She
minimum.
wants to leave though. She said.
Yeah, but
so.
that doesn't matter. The question is, did we do what he asked? And regardless of what she wants, no.
Can we just go over one more time what he had asked?
He asked that you stay long enough to ensure that she has made up her mind, and that if she wishes to stay, then you are no longer bound to this place. But if she wishes to move, she has the 30 days essentially to vacate.
Oh, we would have left like weeks ago. Fuck this girl.
Yeah, let's call a U-Haul and get
Let's call a
Torvin to come
pod.
put some wards
Come
up
pick us
and
up.
camp out by the peach tree.
Right. Mom, this is not going well. Can you pick me up?
I'm
Mom?
scared of the sleepover.
I don't even have a mom.
Oh, neither do I. Don't worry.
Actually, I
Where-
probably do, but I don't know who she is.
I need like 50 gallons of holy water airdropped in, please.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah, just
Come on.
air raid. You know?
I would like a cleansing on aisle 5.
Yeah, listen, this town, there ain't much left to save anyways.
So based on what you know that she is what? She's staying or going?
She wants to go, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
But she's not 100 ready yet, right?
Yeah, she's basically at the point where she's trying to figure out a means of selling the house and moving her things. So
Yeah.
it might
Right.
I mean,
last out those last like week and a half to 2 weeks.
Oz can fix that for her.
Oz
Yeah,
can?
actually.
Burn it all down.
Yeah.
Oh, look, that was Silwith. I didn't do the burning part, okay? I might
Eat
have
all the
initially
hinges.
ignited the fire, but
Oh man.
he
Well, we knew-
expanded it.
It's always been burning, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Where did she say she was
My
going to go?
passion.
She's gonna go to the academy where we gotta basically go return the books.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The college.
the unfurling scroll.
That's actually where
Oh no, that's Groven's.
that's Gorovin's,
thing.
correct.
Yeah. It's true.
This is in
Shit.
another
What
major
was the
city.
other one called?
Can't remember what it's called.
I have the name.
Lepidstadt University.
That's
Lepidstadt.
the weird word.
Yeah.
And we have to give all the
2, 4,
books
6, 8.
to Papa Daddy, and he's gonna hand us some platy.
I'm not going to lie, for a second there, I forgot that it was Lepidstadt, and in my mind, all I kept hearing was Sir Auric of
I
Liechtenstein.
just wrote
Yes,
university.
yes.
That's hard to pronounce.
Yeah, yes.
Yes.
Oh no, I did. I actually wrote because I put the chest of tombs, which is the University of Levenstadt.
Yep. The University of Lepidstadt, and you were to arrive to deliver some books to whom?
To Montague Crowd.
Montagny Crowd.
I wanted to say
Okay.
Alexander for some reason. but I knew it
Mahogany
wasn't right.
closet.
Alexander would have been way easier to say than whatever that one
Mahogany
is.
closet.
I don't know what, Maggie, like your lights keep flipping out.
Yeah, so I have a problem. I have too much stuff on my Wi-Fi, and so like it basically just looks like I'm haunted. So we might as well just say my friendly ghost likes to
It's Peck. It's Pecker.
pop by.
Oh, I forgot about Pecker.
Oh.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
it's Peck.
How? I could never forget
He's
about
in the
my
upside
pecker.
down.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
But yeah, that's basically what's happening is
He's singing
their
some Lizzo.
the lights are on Wi-Fi and my Wi-Fi is losing its mind.
Okay. All right. Well, you've met your requirement. Can you guys name the NPCs that have fallen while you were here?
Zokar.
Why?
Okay, Zokar.
Hap.
Yeah.
Gib.
Gib, Hephanis,
Yeah, Gib
correct?
is gone.
I mean, technically, Benjen.
Random
he's got
kids.
clones,
Ben-
and we've
Benjen?
seen his-
Benjen
yeah,
Kaler.
we've seen-
Yep.
The
whole
lovers
bunch
that
of
were banging in
people.
the shed.
Yep.
Yep.
There were
Barn.
two like random.
There
We
is
don't know
there
their
is someone that you
names.
are definitely spacing right now. Probably a bit more of a
Jorfa.
yeah.
Yeah,
Jorfa.
Jorfa.
Jorfa died. Still one more. This was someone that was allied a little closer to Temerity at this point.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
the,
Father
the
Grimborough.
Yeah, the,
Father Grimborough.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
true, true.
Yeah. Father Grimborough. He
We
unfortunately.
have had a lot of.
Did
them
we ever
die,
see his
huh?
body?
You never got his body.
Where's that body at?
They interred
He
it.
could be down there right now.
What
in
do
the
you wanna
prison
do to
doing
it, Adam?
some-
I know, like,
Nothing. I just want proof that he's dead. I'm just going off
Oh, okay.
the people's words that I don't trust. I
Well,
don't know.
Conspiracy theory. He's not dead.
they
Show
interred
me the
his body.
flesh.
If you go to the Restlands, there is a grave for Father Grimborough. I can assure you that much. Mostly
Doesn't
because
mean he's there.
is it empty?
fair. You'd have to go, right? You'd have to
Dig
go.
that
and,
bad boy up.
I'm
Yeah.
not disturbing the
Cool.
grave.
You
Yeah,
know,
we're not doing
Yeah, no
that part,
thanks.
but
Yeah.
I
I mean, I don't believe in any of that stuff.
there's
It
only
is
so
on the
much
way.
I will allow.
it's true. That goes completely against the rights of Pharasma. So that Temerity of all people, excuse me, would be completely against that. So
Although now Oz's alignment is chaotic good, so
very true. By whatever means necessary, you have to do the right
maybe
thing.
he wouldn't do that. Never mind.
Wow, if there was ever a character that felt compelled to being here and helping the people of this town.
I know. That's why I'm here. I'm gonna die.
All
It's a
right.
problem.
So speaking as players, as the people behind the character sheet, how many of you want to leave because this place is doomed? Raise your hand.
I've been saying it since the first episode.
I wanna help
Let's
the
go.
town.
I
Okay.
mean,
I
Rye agrees. Rye's been, yeah.
So the
No,
Mom's
he
Club.
said
Outside
from
of his-
you as you as not your character.
as Ello, not
I
as
am Rye. Guys, that was
What are
the
you talking
reveal.
about?
That was
He's
the
my
reveal.
character.
That was the reveal.
That's the
I
big
am
reveal right
Rye.
there. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elo is
No,
really
No.
sticking cats in the bag.
I
This explains so much.
I mean, I'm
Me-
good. I'm good with whatever. I'm just here to.
Me
Play,
as
you know?
Maggie
Yeah, I got
though,
you.
for real. I would save these people.
Yeah,
I would not have
absolutely.
made the choices that Oz has made. Oz is
We've done too much
chaos.
to this town to leave it like this.
What
I
potions
would
and
have
all?
organized all the people and the resources, and I would have been like, "All right, you guys do this,
Oh.
they do that. Let's work together. Let's go there." I would have,
Oh, I would have been in the fucking prison day 2.
Yeah.
Like,
I would,
oh,
day
there's
one.
shit going there. Let's go. Like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
tried,
I would have organized shit and like got a
tried,
group,
and I
the best
tried.
people together.
You did.
Yeah,
Hello, you're a deviant. I love it.
Misty's play is a little different than Temerity's play.
Okay, so hypothetically, let's ask you. You have a restful sleep when you return to the Lorimore residence. A restful sleep.
You sure about that?
You wake up the next day rejuvenated, prepared to go. You've got all of your spells ready. You've got your lunch packed up, your shoes tied tight. You're going to go pick a fight at the prison.
Do we get a level?
How? Nay, sir, nay.
How do we not have a level yet?
Just gonna ask.
You guys are literally...
We have been failing upwards for
capped from this area.
You're capped. Technically,
level 4 forever.
Until the book tells me, until you descend into the lowest rungs of the prison, you're not even supposed to make level 4.
Well, the books are just suggestions.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
just like pants.
If we're skipping past tonight, I prayed.
Tell the book my 13 HP say suck it.
Throw me in. Quick.
Does the book say that it will take 40 sessions to do that book?
No, it says it's a lot closer to like 12 to 16, but
there you go.
There's also very little personal story investment in most of these adventure paths.
Let me ask a question about, okay, maybe you don't want to answer this, but you know.
Sure.
Percentage-wise, how far are we
almost done?
I think we have 2 episodes left.
I know, but like through the campaign.
Through the like. You're not just talking the adventure path. You're talking
when we read the book.
The length.
How much have we missed?
Yes.
Oh, you're talking. Okay, the first book, because there's 6 books in the series.
Wise. Okay.
So if you're just talking about raw book material, this is book 1 of 6 books.
Okay.
And I would say that in the grander scheme of things of this book, you guys have covered about 80% of the material in this book.
Not bad.
That's why I mean you've actually crossed.
We're completionists, okay?
You've crossed so much ground.
100%. Harrowstone 100% run. Let's go.
Kill all the NPCs.
That was a more respectable number than I
all
thought.
the NPCs have to die.
Oh, 100%. I was thinking it was more like 35.
But remember,
all right, we're going back to Harrowstone. Everybody line up. You're coming with us.
You can run these adventure paths as raw, right? Like rules is written and everything is absolutely scheduled out so that you have your encounters predetermined and predicted, but that's far too scripted. There is very little room for narrative growth, and your personal stories just don't matter to an adventure path. They never do. And they honestly never have.
To my pecker.
Sorry, little guy.
Oh, he's 80 pounds, dude.
It's true. It's true. Now
he's not really a little guy.
That being entirely said, I am okay with the amount of time that it's taken to cross this campaign, and I'm very happy with your personal stories. I think your personal stories have mattered infinitely more than most things. Now,
I like how you've tied them in. Just like
in Indiana Jones, you could have left after the first week, and all of the things that have happened here the way that they have. All of the same people would have died. All of the same spirits would have occurred this way because I had the narrative arc going on in my head. The only thing that you did was
either... Are you talking shit about Indiana Jones right now?
Nope.
Do I have to write "kiss me" on my eyelids?
No. Nope. Nope. You do not. You do not.
Can I swap eggs on a pedestal?
I suppose you could, question mark, if that's what you wished to do.
He's just shooting us down left and right here.
Can I survive certain death by getting inside a refrigerator?
Oh, I see what you did there.
Yeah, yes. Yes, in fact, you can. You can. I mean, good luck, though.
Jones is a ripoff anyways of Alan Quartermain, okay?
True.
So
Frank Sinatra was supposed to be what's his name? John McClane. So the world is upside down.
The things I didn't know that I needed.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, chat, I'm going to step away for 2 seconds, and I'm going to allow you to accost the players' characters, not the players, the characters.
Why are you
if you have any questions, this is your chance to funnel them in. I'll be right back.
He needs to poop.
Caught me. Open now, right now.
The only questions I will be answering are about why Frank Sinatra was John McClane. Actually, he was John McClane.
I will answer all questions. Go for it.
I'm gonna take holy water.
To do what?
Make holy water.
To do what?
To throw at the warden.
I'm gonna take holy water to make holy water.
I'm gonna throw that shit at the warden.
He wants
characters.
To have the most...
What is your preferred dog breed? For our characters?
Oh.
I feel like Oz is like a retriever. He's like happy to be there. He just wants to be your friend. He'll get you whatever you want as long as you pet him. But as soon as you don't pet him, he's sad. And then he cries and whines. dies.
Probably Great
He's a
Dane.
chicken. Yeah.
A Rhodesian Ridgeback.
Oh, whatever. What do those look like?
They look like very large dogs with a ridge that goes. Their hair actually goes backwards, like against the rest.
Yeah, my dog.
They're bred to subdue lions.
I remove my haughty objection.
There you go.
I'd have a little Scotty dog.
Oh.
Why do you park? Oh, a little Scotty dog.
Can you eat stone and shit lava with those new teeth?
Have you been to Taco Bell?
I think I can eat stone. I don't know about shitting lava.
I mean, his insides would have to be really hot.
I have not forgotten about the dire rat, Ingle. I still have plans for it. It's either back at Kendra's or it's with Jerminda. One of the two. I think I got it from Jerminda. It's back at Kendra's right now. So it's just chilling there.
Okay.
So welcome back, Bub. Oz is gonna eat Torvin.
This is what's happening, apparently.
Yeah. I got stone teeth. I can nom on him.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
You were gone for 2 minutes. That's why.
To see if I shit lava.
Look.
I'm curious.
Science. For science.
I know. You were gone for
science.
That's what happens when you're gone for so long.
I have regrets.
Personally,
But that's just a theory. A game.
Look, chat asked. I don't know.
Okay.
So did we get the rest, or was that hypothetical?
Well, let's find out.
He's saying we did. Oh. No.
I'm gonna go ahead and kick us off into our experience. So, are we ready?
I guess.
Thank you, Misty. The enthusiasm is
I mean,
brilliant.
I'm ready, but I'm not. I mean, I know what I did. I'm not happy about my rolls earlier, so
Sure.
I'm gonna delay as much as possible.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, let's go.
I'll paste it in chat for you guys again.
Not sure if this was it or not. Okay. That's not working.
I know. Torvin thinks I'm attractive now.
Does he actually?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
that's a trick statement. Oz has
better.
always been attractive, all right?
Oh,
Aww.
That's your
You're
friend.
beautiful.
gods, no.
Aww.
Yeah, beautiful. It's true.
Okay.
I really do want fan art of Oz. All you artists out there.
There's fan art of Pecker.
I'm on it.
I know.
There's
there
actually-
is. That's...
I actually just posted the Bubfest shirt. You can, if you're in my Discord, go into the announcements tab. And there's the Bubfest shirt. And you can actually see Ghost Pecker on the Bubfest shirt.
No.
Christy was telling me about that, and I almost cried.
Yeah, he's got a halo and everything, so
Aww.
it looks pretty sick.
Where is it at?
Look in-
Announcements?
In the announcements tab. It should be like right at the top.
Oh.
I have so many fucking Discords.
Oh.
It's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Is Ghost Pecker
I'm
sizzling?
cry.
No, that he's actually the shirt is decided based on what games we play in the year, and that's actually the occultist from Darkest Dungeon, and he's summoning it from
That's
from his
cool.
candle. So
Oh,
That's sick.
Surge of confidence.
that's super cute.
it's pretty great. So
I love that you just can't see his eyes because he's just got
so much hair, yeah, so much feathers. Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
awesome.
all right. Temerity, Eli, even Oz. The three of you sit nearest at this point, inside of the study, with fire flickering and hearth. Kendra watching as she starts binding the wounds of Rye. Jaminda seeming to be cleaning many of the same linen, taking them back and forth. Returning to say that there's none left. This is the last of them. Kendra nodding. An exasperated sigh lingers a bit too long before she looks up to the three of you. over to Torvin across the fire. Your smoke pouch, so incredibly low. With your vices crippled, your moods sullied, and many questions unanswered, you sit in the round. The rations are running low. The medical supplies even lower. Your morale at questionable lows, maybe even record. Kindred breaks the silence. I shouldn't be packing, should I? Should I just leave this? Every time I see you, you're worse for wear. Each of you.
And we're all there.
Yeah, everyone's there.
Including Rai?
For sure.
Right, yeah, you're kind of in and out of it at this point. Unless someone goes out of their way to wake you, you're just sort of like in a semi-resting state. You're probably picking up little bits here and there.
Okay.
Well, as much as I want to help you, and your father asked me to, I don't think I can just pack up and leave all these people. I think I have to finish what we started.
Well, I'm not.
What if you would have asked me that when I first got here? I would have been fine packing up and leaving right away.
I'm sorry.
Something's changed. I can't. I'm sorry, Miss Kendra.
She looks specifically to Eli. And you, do you wish to still add Harrowstone as a conquest of yours?
Not a conquest, it's just what's right. I said I'd go, and I intend to follow through. Whether anybody else wants to follow me or not, I've got a... Well, let's just say I've got a score to settle.
I understand. I've found myself not meeting very many paladins that didn't seek accolade.
Don't know many other paladins myself. You hear things, but I know when I set my mind to something, I'm going to follow through. That's my word. I don't give it lightly.
I appreciate that. And just so you know, I'll go with you.
I came here to do right by you, but then it became to do right by the professor, of course. And now it's to do right by the town. It seems everything's connected. So the only right thing to do is to go in there and stop it. Then
I've never
you can
really been
free.
a religious person or anything of that sort, but I agree with them. We can't leave everyone like this. Something's got to be done. And after talking to that elemental, there's more than just what meets the eye that needs help.
I see that you've been talking to Gorovin.
Well,
Bless you.
Yeah, I don't trust that man. He's got all sorts
Why?
of necromantic.
He has complicated motives.
He does. I'm sorry, but everyone in this town is complicated.
he's only helped me.
I imagine that he's
Yes,
probably
but-
made things difficult for some of you still. I always knew that there were things that were off about
Well,
him.
I
but
am missing a pinky, but
there are things that are even off about me, about, well, as you've seen Jaminda. Is she not cast with the same lot
You know, I was meaning to be quiet about it all, but what do you mean by that?
She said that she is from Nidal.
No, you. What's going on with you?
What do you mean?
Just be honest with us.
I don't know how to be more honest. What? Ask. I am an open book, not to lead astray.
Well, I guess it's been too long, but maybe there's just too much going on, but when I first got here, I noticed, you know, things probably were better here. You seemed happy in some of the photos and not so much now, and no way that you could be Professor Lorimore's daughter or not. Well, explore your own.
You
magical.
Have to understand. Professor Lorimore, my father, Petros, is regarded as one of the best educators at Lepidstadt University.
That's what I'm saying. There's no way that he's your father and you don't know other things.
After my mother passed, I needed my family. I went to Lepidstadt. I more than qualified. But I went to Lepidstadt so that I could be...
Walk over to her and hold her hand if she allows.
I wanted to be closer to my father. I wanted to be there. But after I arrived, he wished for early retirement. And he told me that I shouldn't have come. He didn't want me there.
Probably just worried about you.
That doesn't make any sense. You can care for those. You can care for those when you're around them. He was more than capable.
He's dead. How capable could he have been?
And how many people...
Come on now.
How many people have died in your life that could have protected you had they been near you or you near them?
Well, that just matters how much they care about you. I'll let you know there's a lot of people that were around me, but I don't think they cared for me as much as your father did about you. I mean, look around. He summoned all these amazing people from all over the place to protect you. I don't know what is love if that's not love.
To protect me? Would you have stayed were you not promised coin?
Well, different people are motivated by different things, and that just means your father's smart.
Any sane person would have left already.
For the first time, I agree with you, Eli. I think any sane person would have left. You were held in charge, and you stayed for some reasons. I am assuming that some of you more so than others. For the reason to see through what my father asked. Maybe you felt indebted to him. Perhaps it was the coin. I'm not going to pretend as if I know. But some of you have different reasons for staying now. And
this has gone way past your father at this point.
Has it?
This is about good and evil and doing what's right.
I agree with Eli for once. Well, maybe more multiple times. But anyways, it's true. It's bigger than your father now.
I suppose it is. Anything can be larger than those that have passed. But something started with him. And I only know so many things. I only know so much. I've not been given the greater details. And admittedly, you have tried your best to keep the books away from me.
Just for your protection.
Your father's request.
I understand.
And that's why I'm asking the question.
I don't even want to bring these books back to the university. I think they would be better just burned. We don't need any more flesh golems running around.
It's very close-minded.
I agree. Sometimes it's important to know your enemy.
It is. It's very important. How can you react? What if there are secrets here that may prevent an enemy from winning.
She has a good point, Eli.
Or maybe this is a guide to a plan. I don't know. I don't claim to understand. I just know that the texts that my father have left you with are not to be seen by normal, average people. But I would be pressed to say that each of you are normal and average people. I will pack light. Only the things that matter most. I don't think that staying here much longer is beneficial, not only to myself, but to any of you.
Packing light's how I've always done it. And he smacks his bucket. That's now empty again, or just has like some stuff in it. He's emptied all the reagents.
Acolyte with your 80-pound chicken.
But there's no.
We can always
chicken
come
in there
back
anymore.
later.
Not anymore.
I suppose that's the thing. I don't entirely know where this is going to go. I will pack my cases, and I will send letter to be distributed to any help coming for the next season.
Well, what do you mean? You can't just leave. We need to help you. Traveling is dangerous alone.
I don't think I'll be leaving alone. I just think that I need to prevent others from coming here.
Oh, I see.
The season will
I
help.
think this place is good enough on its own at that.
I can arrange for the estate sale once I've arrived at Lepidstadt. If this place still stands in, I don't even know, weeks' time.
Well, at least if we clear out the prison, your property value will go up a little bit. He says that very seriously, but he's actually joking.
I
He's being
suppose that
sarcastic.
means we don't have a lot of time, so.
Ello, it's about this time that we start to see Rye coming to fruition. Like he's starting to awaken, taking things in. It's a flenching of the brows. There's an addled, almost a slight exasperation of sigh before you start kind of pulling yourself to a sitting position.
Yeah, how do I feel?
I feel like you've had a rough fight and you just not have slept nearly enough. You're sore.
As soon as does Oz see that Rye's like
Starting to stir, yeah.
Oh yeah, Oz will immediately let go of Kendra's hand and run towards Rye and probably bombard him with a bunch of questions. Rye, how you feeling? Are you alright? Are you hungry? Would you like some food? What can we do for you?
I just like put my hand up, like slow down, like like hangover, style, like
Oz gives you a high five.
I look at my hand, I look back at Oz, and
Oz looks at his hand, looks back at you.
well, can't be hell.
I'm gonna slap him on the ankle and say, "Welcome back, old man. Don't know how you pulled through this time, but glad you did."
So, were you able to get a potion? I could hear, I just couldn't do much else.
No, you stopped breathing.
I look a
For
little
a
surprised
while.
at that.
We thought we were gonna lose you.
There was something strange going on with you. Didn't he like levitate back up or something? Or wouldn't
You guys saw that. I didn't see it because I wasn't there. I was
Correct.
off nomming doorways.
I've got to know
Seems like,
while this is
the
happening.
gods have more plans for you.
Tripp, are you just kind of floating around?
I wasn't in the room with him when I came back.
Where are
Like,
you?
I pretty much just like secluded myself from them.
Where?
Because I came in after the fact. So
Sure.
if they're in the infirmary, probably like upstairs by myself or in like another study.
Okay, there is the front sitting room. There is the kitchen. You have the small quote unquote bathroom area. Then you've got the aid room, so like where the help would sleep, which is where the rest of the party has been sleeping up to this point. Then upstairs, most of the doors are closed. Those are like personal rooms.
Yeah. Then, yeah, if they're not in the study, then I'd probably be there.
Okay. What are you doing there?
Just, I mean, for the most part, lost in thought, trying to figure out, you know, what, like, I mean, it's kind of like one of those things where it's like he's starting to get like, where if he starts getting his time to like having to sit and think, he doesn't know what he's doing, kind of thing.
Sure.
So it's one of those things where he's like pacing back and forth. He realizes like his form right now is even weaker than before. So it's like he can't really like he's even trying to like manifest like parts of himself, and it's like it's not working. So it's a lot to deal with. But even then, it's like if he sees the end with them, like he doesn't even know what's going to happen after that. I mean, as far as he knows he's not going back to Pevrin, so it's not like he's going to continue his journey, from there on out. So it's like he kind of just has it in his mind, maybe like once this is done, that's probably about it. There's not really much further he can go in his form that he has.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But like you see that, I mean, and it's literally just in the aspect of him just like kind of sitting there looking at like the fireplace, kind of like, go about lost in thought.
Give me a perception, please. Okay. That's really good. Two things. You can overhear them talking. They are just a room away. Not that rooms are incredibly thick. They're not cement walls, right? They're not even really insulated. It's thatch at best of times, even if with the nicest of houses. You can overhear them speaking.
Yeah.
You can also hear other voices deeper into the home. You hear multiple tones that aren't the rest of your party. They're not the adventurers. You're not entirely sure whom it might be. You recognize it not to be Jamenda. You know that it's not Kendra. And you can hear everybody else talking. So this is a new sound.
He would investigate. I mean, yeah, he would investigate it.
As you start to freeform move from the room itself, something catches your vision. It's just sort of out of the peripheral vision. You're always instinctively drawn to the prison itself. And as you're beginning to exit this open front study, there's an eerie glow off on the horizon, coming from the direction of the prison. It's just a reflection in the glass. You're not entirely sure if it's something playing tricks on your eyes or not. Do you move to the window or outside to investigate further, or do you move back to the voices?
I would probably check the reflection. Well, that's hard to say. If I'm hearing the noise first, I'd probably be more drawn to that, especially if it's not someone I recognize.
Okay.
But I guess it kind of depends on how the sequence of it's working out, where like if I'm kind of putting possibly two and two together, then I'd probably make my way to the window to see if it's in that area, or unless it's like the opposite direction.
I mean, opposite ends of the house. You're already in the front of the house. You're probably, I don't know, like 8 feet away from the window. This is...
Oh, I mean, if I'm not close to the window, then yeah, I would check just to see if I'm hearing that from any other angle.
Sure. So, are you familiar with the way that like a fire can low burn on grass? If there's like no tinder or anything like that, where it just kind of like slowly chars the surface of the grass and starts shifting away slowly.
Okay. Oh, so I'm like seeing like a fire build up again?
Yes, no. But do you know what I'm talking about? Where it looks like
someone like the like low
ground.
embers.
Yeah, the low embers.
Yeah.
You are seeing this, but it is a wave as far as your vision can move. And it's a wave that is emitting a greenish blue flame. It's burning very, very hot and just across the surface of the ground. It seems to weave in and out the tree line. You know that it's as far up as the rest lands. But the way that Harrowstone is designed, it's sort of up on a hill, so you're seeing it roll away from Harrowstone itself.
So it's something emanating out of it that's spreading slowly.
In a wave, correct.
Okay. I'll take note of that, and then I'll go to the voices.
Okay. Perception, Eli, Rye, you know, everyone but Ronald here. It's very
20.
good. Eli's good.
What do we roll?
Perception. It's a perception-based thing.
25. Oh
Pretty
my
good.
God.
So far, everybody's succeeding.
So
What is happening?
It's feast or famine for me.
Ooh, I like that sword.
18.
It's a great sword.
19.
Yeah. You guys are killing it. Well done. Well done.
Wow.
We're screwed for every other roll for the rest of the game.
It's a great one, yeah. So, as you are still engaging in this conversation, you guys are rounded in the center spot, speaking to each other. You all oversee what looks to be the shadowy image of Tripp, the Wraith, moving the hall. He moves past the open door in the direction of the guest quarters, where the aides would stay at this point.
Well, that's why we all see it. We know that creeper.
Have I received medical attention?
Yeah, no, I'm assuming that everybody here has been bound. Your wounds have been immediately treated. I'm not rolling for it. She's taking the time to sort of mend your wounds. That being said, she's out.
I'm verbally checking because I don't want you to be like, you didn't.
No, I got you.
Cauterize your wounds.
I got you. Yep, you guys are all wrapped up. That's not to say that if someone were to like, if someone else were to cut in that area or to apply pressure, it would just reopen your wounds. You're just bound. It's just cloth bound. Does anybody move to investigate, or do you just continue in your conversation? Because so far
I'm on that like a fucking
shit.
I think
like white on rice.
Oz keeps his attention on Rye,
There goes trouble.
but says out loud, "All right, Silwith, we see you over there. Come on."
Do you stop? Do you kind of even glance over shoulder, because they can sort of make out the visage of a face. Okay. There's not even a stop. He's not running, it's just moving. He's just moving, just walking. You've grown accustomed to the size of this wraith, because so far, many of them have been various shapes. Many of them have taken on different looks. But you can still get the effervescent tracer image of what he looked like when he was alive. You get the humanoid form. It doesn't really always break through at times, but you can see the shifting of a leg as he takes steps, the swing of an arm, that sort of thing. But he moves. He steps back to the guest quarters. Why this matters is because this is where the boy is being kept. Peverin is wrapped up, and he's been placed in a bed.
If Oz knows that, Oz will look at Rye and be like, "You gonna be all right?"
I nod. I'm just kind of getting myself back together, so.
Okay.
And then Oz will make his way following wherever he's gone.
Assuming that Torvin, Oz, and Eli are moving the direction.
They're probably ahead of me.
Torvin?
Yes.
You are going for sure. Okay. Temerity, are you following up as well? Never mind.
I'm curious.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if I could sneak as a ghost, but I would try to be hidden from what I'm about to try to perceive in front of me, not necessarily behind me, if that makes sense.
Sure. Give me a stealth. The hallway is not lit, and you're stepping into a shadow. As a wraith, this is very easy for you to disappear into. So, Torvin, Oz, Eli, and Temerity, if you wish to maintain vision of him, even if it is right in front of you, he is stepping into an unlit area. Even with your dark vision, this is challenging to see. So just perceptions. You do.
I have perfect dark vision.
You do.
28.
Oz is going to
suck it.
Okay.
I'm re-rolling.
Sure.
Damn. 2018, 21, 19, 20. Oh, shit.
Okay.
Also,
those are some pretty good
range.
rolls.
Yeah, they're really good. They're really good. You guys are your levels are showing through here. So, Temerity, Torvin, Oz. You're going to maintain the watch over him. You see him just fine. Eli, on the other hand, will miss him. You miss him only because wraiths are capable of blending in with the shadows. They can shift nebulously. They pass through walls. So for him to shift into darkness, do you stop at all? Do you continue moving, or are you just like, when you go into stealth mode, do you just kind of like linger to a corner? Do you linger to a wall? What does this look like?
Yeah, it like I would be naturally hiding as though if I'm alive, like kind of pressing my back to the wall.
Sure.
Because I can hear, conversation that's not people I know.
Yeah.
In front of me. Again, that's why I was saying, like, that's kind of, I guess, perceiving it as I'm not hiding from what's behind me. I'm trying to keep my back pressed so that way when I round the corner, they don't see me. Whoever's in.
Okay. So the way this is going, you move down the wall, this hall, and as soon as you hit the shadows, you go to break into stealth. 3 of the 4 of your allies, loosely allies, still maintain sight of you. Eli was leading that pack. So Eli, you immediately see him break into the shadow, and you think that he's rounded the corner. Do you step around the corner?
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
You break right around the corner, and as soon as you step back into the light of the aide's quarters, he's not there. Oz,
Bitch.
Torvin, Temerity. You see him tucked into the wall. His back is to it. His head is turned in a way that he's watching into the room. And you've just witnessed Eli. It's one of the hazards of being a human. You unfortunately do not have the same depth and field of vision that one of the other races have.
I see you there. Come on now, you got some explaining to do, and I need to know what really happened.
Oh, they're not going to be able to hear him. So he kind of just looks back, and I mean, if he can, he just does this, and then he puts his finger to his ear and then points forward.
Do you say anything?
I understand that.
You don't. It's not very transparent. Like, it's the subtleties of it is kind of lost. So you just kind of see shifting darkness and then move over. So it's like he's waving past what
Don't wave me on. That's what Oz says.
Did I hear Oz?
Yeah, you can hear Oz.
Oh yeah, Oz is not being
Eli,
sneaky or anything.
when you step into the room, what you witness is a little different than what they see because they aren't there to see that. They've stopped. You stopped hearing their footfall. You cannot see where Tripp is. Instead, what you see is the body of Peverin. He has his back pushed up against the headboard of one of the beds. The rest of his body is like crooked in such a way that he's kind of bound up. His mouth is agape. His eyes seem to be nebulously shifting in colors and grayscale. And the sounds that are emitting from him are not of his. They're multiple. Voices of which you've never heard.
Oh, shit.
He's restrained at the moment, though, right?
He is. You hear bartering. The 3 voices are arguing about which one takes the boy over. How soon will they get to trade off? What's the first thing that they'll do? I don't know. I think I might hurt someone. Oh, you shouldn't do that. You'll get caught. I won't get caught. I've never been caught before.
None of you will do any of that. I'll kill the boy before I let you go on a murdering spree. Bluff?
Sure.
Can we hear him say that?
Sure. I mean, the bluff is going to be a little harder to see because you're not going to be able to see him. You've not rounded the corner. But please, give me a bluff. And then... Because you're that's really fucking good. Wow, you're killing the rolls today.
20. Is that like an insight or sense motive?
I just
that
realized.
was a bluff. Saying I'll kill him.
Yeah, a nat 20 there.
You get to use him for anything.
A 25. Oz.
I want to re-roll mine.
Go for it.
Wow.
Try it.
What is going on?
I'm trying to bluff to the ghost, not Oz.
Sure. But Oz is not there to pick up on the subtleties of it.
Yeah,
if he understands the subtleties, Oz won't like.
Torvin.
With a 28, I think you understand the meaning of life.
Torvin, Temerity, you two overhear Eli say what he says. I'll kill the boy first. And there is such conviction. Such conviction.
Oz puts his hand up like there's something else going on.
I just want to have one nice day. Just one.
Oh, Torvin, I don't think we're going to have one of those till we get the hell out of here.
I pull out my hatchet and my mace, and I look at him, I go, well, here we go.
Oz nods.
What does Temerity do?
And then, oh, sorry. I was going to say something to Tripp.
At this point, I have to think that I know Eli's not actually going to hurt the... I'm going to sense motive.
Yeah, please.
Because...
This is a strength of yours. Not when you roll that low, though.
Does she get advantage, though? Because, like, Oz kind of, like, motioned to give her...
That's true.
I mean, even given advantage, it's not gonna be enough to break it. It's probably...
How about 20?
Remember, you guys are sleep deprived. You're sleep deprived, even with bonuses because of that. Sometimes it's like you have to make that cohesive decision of whether or not you are going to just buy it or not. It's kind of a very dark time right now. And Eli has not been shy of saying, like, well, maybe we should just do this. Maybe we should just do this child in, because there's going to be more problems than not.
I said out of character this is the first time I've suggested it in character.
Sure. Okay.
Actually.
Okay.
Out of character, I've suggested many times we should kill them.
Oh my God.
That's true.
I re-rolled and got a 20.
Okay. 20, even or odd in your favor?
Even.
The crits are coming out hard today.
Damn.
You guessed that it is a ruse. You're not sure why, but you've guessed that it is a ruse.
Oz will look at Selwith and be like, you know what you gotta do.
He just shakes his head. Slow enough to where I barely can see the movement, but he shakes his head and he just looks back.
Torvin, you are the one that buys the bluff. You buy into it. You think he's being completely earnest. What do? Do you charge into the room and kneecap him? What happens here?
I'm just gonna walk to the edge. As I walk towards the door, I need to look up and see what's going on. I need to see my target. I need to see what's happening.
Describe the situation here, Cobalt. What is Eli doing? Are you at the foot of the bed?
As I'm saying that, I'm approaching the arguing voices, lumbering over him and staring down into the changing eyes. And I'm basically just threatening them that, go ahead, whoever takes him over, I'm just going to deal with first, trying to intimidate them and do my best to scare them out of the body, or
So he's not shackled anymore.
No, the kid.
No, he still is.
Tevrin's shackled.
Yeah,
but they're arguing inside of his body which one's gonna get him first or whatever. So
he's up against the wall doing the puppet dance.
Okay. When you move into the room with the intention of either defending the boy or even directly harming Eli, because he's being pushed, right? He's been out of line at points. You even like levied a kick directly into his leg based on how much he was talking, specifically to the older man. But when you step into the room, you see the same image. You hear the bizarre cacophony of noises resonating into a human tongue. The eyes shifting in grayscale, various palettes of black and white splotches here and there, and the mouth open gape, emitting the noise.
if they don't seem to be responding at all to me, then I'm gonna reach down, put my hand on his chest, and lay on hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna start edging my way into the room and on around to the right.
Sure, you got it. You lay on hands. For the effect of this, you don't have to roll. You just immediately channel divinity. A burning fire erupts over the surface of him. It doesn't harm him. It's supposed to bring about a calm, a soothing. It heals. There's only laughter that emits from them all. You can't affect us if we're not in there. What are you hurting? You're wasting yourself, Paladin. Gave yourself away, though.
Where that came from.
Don't worry, we'll wait for our time. We'll wait. Yeah, that's right. We'll wait. We'll climb right in. Right when you're not expecting it. That's right. We'll be inside before you know it. He's free.
Do I recognize any of the voices?
Not a one.
Okay.
And second voice chimes
Why
in.
don't you tell me where your mothers are and I'll be inside of them soon?
Ooh, our mothers have been dead for quite a while. You're into dead things.
I wouldn't be here if I weren't.
Paladins these days. Strange, ain't they? The whole lot of them.
You got some names for me?
Name doesn't matter. You can call me whatever you like.
A whole lot. Just ask Silwith.
I don't know a Silwith. Not no importance to me. If you don't mind,
Tripp?
we're planning to get... Tripp! Oh, where's Tripp at? Where's that log face?
Oh, let me go fetch him for you.
You turn?
I'll turn.
hold the
Meanwhile,
body down.
Oz is trying to convince Silwith that he knows what he needs to do.
Give me a diplomacy here.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna re-roll.
That's a lot better.
20.
Now,
20.
Tripp, Oz has been the one person up to this point who has not called your card and demand that you do anything that might be of pain or intolerance to yourself. I would argue to say that Oz is probably your only friend remaining in the party. So for Oz to plead, with your diplomacy, let's hear your plea at this point.
I don't know what that means, but Pepper needs your help. You know better than all of us how he's feeling, how scared he is. There's much worse that could be. Doing whatever it is y'all do when you're in someone else. It's gotta be weird. Please help him. If not for him, for me.
Tripp kind of pushes himself off of the wall and just gives him a nod, and he rounds the corner.
When you round the corner, you see that there are 3, what looks to be inmates of Harrowstone. They're standing 2 on one side of the bed, 1 on the other. Their faces appearing rather aggressive. They're all staring in the direction of the Paladin, making retorts, remarks, anything to engage. Weaken his mental fortitude. A 4th figure emerges from the far wall. He steps through. Something about him appears familiar. His garb, relatively familiar. You've seen it. He's wearing leathers, studded in spots. There's a few bags at his hips. He's wearing a necklace, looks like a totem of sorts. A mixture of feathers and animal bone alike. His hair is knotted and ratty, and he's got wraps around his wrists that move up his arm in such a way. He looks like a man of the forest, a man of nature. A large bushy beard. He looks around before lumbering over to the boy. And then he sees you. He does not at all look like the inmates. You've seen this man's body. He was in the prison halls. Crushed under the weight of something. Water siphoned away. He's got a scratch mark across his armor. Bear claw attached to the necklace. Do you say anything to him? Do you say anything to the rest of them? Do you say anything to anyone at all?
Just to be sure, this isn't one of the Harrowstone. Like, this isn't the Hound, right?
No.
No. Okay, just wanted to make sure. But I mean, yeah, I would speak. Not to the other two that are arguing, but the forest-looking man. Who are you? I haven't seen you around the prison before.
His eyes train on you as the first person that has said anything to him in, well, the lords and gods above only know in so long. I'm looking for a friend. I'm trying to find my friend, man. You
What's your
know her
friend's
if you've
name?
seen her. She's a big girl.
It's fucked up, Bub. I just want you to know that.
He waits for a
Well,
moment.
She's a big girl.
Well, I need to deal with these two first, but if it's possible for me to help you, then I will. But I need you to move away from the boy.
He looks to you and then to the
Please.
boy. I don't know why. I was just drawn here. It's like a firelight flickering.
Do you have a name?
What's his name, Ello?
It might be Cypress.
Hi. Cypress. You sure you haven't seen my bear, man? Tima. She's a big girl.
I regret to inform you, friend, but the only bear I've seen was near the prison, and their life was taken some time ago.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I didn't leave her alone. Wouldn't have been like that. Now the others... Maybe. I don't know, man. I just gotta find her.
Give me time. I can't promise you anything, but I'm in the middle of something right now. But if I can help you, I will.
The other voices chime in. He's not one of us, that one. No. Don't know him. He didn't die the same way we did. We went out by the fire. Real problem, that one. I bet he's one of those new ones. He fell in the holes. Which one got you, friend? Which one was it? Was it the lopper? The father? I don't know, man. I don't... What's going on? And he's befuddled. He looks so confused.
I regret to inform you, but you're dead, friend. Just like the rest of us. Well, with the exception of them. And he kind of points off to the rest of the party.
Doesn't say anything. His brow furrows. You see it tighten up around the top of the nose. Like he's measuring that, weighing what it means. One of the others finally chimes in. You think now I can take him? Should I jump right in? Is that how it works? I don't know.
The moment he says that the first one whispers that, Tripp's gonna lunge at that one and strike.
When you lunge at the side of the bed in such a way to kind of prevent him from moving into it, your body is pulled, as if something has grabbed you, siphoned itself. You feel hands wrap around your waist, across the upper chest, over the shoulders, around your neck like you're being choked and pulled in all directions. But there are no arms, and you're pulled to the bed. And from whence you begin to blink, you feel your body breathe again. And you're staring at Eli. You glance down and you realize that your body is bound. You're back in the body of Pevrin.
Which one is it then? Who's first?
It's me. Looks like I was too close to proximity, but I got pulled in. Sorry, Pevrin.
Oh, fuck.
It's the best option. We all know it.
There's another here, a recent one. His name is Cypress. He was looking for the bear that we found. He was looking for the bear that we found dead outside the prison.
Oh. My condolences?
I don't care who's here. Bob, Jim, Rob, Pete. We have a job to do. We need to get some rest, and then we need to go to the prison and do what has to be done. I'll carry you on my shoulders if I have to.
As you're
saying, let you out of my sight.
As he's saying that newfound man who's introduced himself as Cypress, his brow's never quite furrowed. He's kind of turned and he's looking at Eli. Eli can't hear him at all. Man, that guy needs to relax. He's pretty high strung. He could afford to smoke a little.
He's been through a lot.
Well, are you talking to him right now?
Who's been through a lot? Well, to be fair, we all have.
Looks like I can understand you now. I guess that's a plus.
Don't get
now
your
that
rest.
we can't all understand each other, what the hell happened yesterday?
I like that Torvin's just standing there with his weapons. Just so confused.
Oz puts his hand on Torvin's. Well, you're similar to my height, right? He puts his hand on your arm. Gonna be all right, buddy.
Silith will look to Tripp, or Silith will look to Oz. I'm sorry, and say, another mistake on my end. That cost the life of one of our friends.
Wait, what? Whose life? Who else died?
Rye.
But is someone else in his body?
Movement from the rear side of the house from where you're at this point. You overhear and recognize the heavy footfall as Rye as he's moving around. He's been recommended multiple times to stay relaxed, but everyone knows Rye. He can only sit still for so long.
Rise up.
Whoa there, baby skin. We don't have enough potions to go around for you. You need to relax and take a seat.
He's gathering his things that has been scattered since he's been here, but it looks as if he's gathered what looks to be a pouch that contains now 2 small rodents. He's gathering what little bit of his clothes, some of the bandages, the things that he's kind of scattered about the house for use. He's bringing all to one central location.
I've got a message for you, Rye.
I look up towards the Wraith.
It's Pevrin at this point.
It's Pevrin, yeah.
It's Pevrin talking.
Oh, okay.
Seems that one of the spirits gave their essence to bring you back. The one that went missing, I believe, has a scar over his right eye? Eye?
It's right eye from center of the eye down to the corner of his mouth.
Now, Bub. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh yeah, he describes it just like that. He tells him that there's the child that had gave themselves up to bring you back had that scar from center of the eye down to the mouth.
I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what happened.
You died?
You're not possessed, are you? Raz, that you? What's our word?
He's dead.
Well, if I say it out loud here, it's gone, isn't it?
All right, well, whisper to me then. Nas will walk close to you, but scared, and look at Torvin like...
I know the word too.
Use that on him if he does something to me.
Yes, they have a code word that they use.
I whisper mom, even though I look really annoyed.
Oz hugs him.
He gives him a pat, but it's like a sort of a It's like a distant pet.
Oh, I don't like that. Also kind of back up a little and like look at him eagerly, but a little confused.
I think it's time to go. I think I should take Pevrin, Kendra. Just go.
What happens to the turn?
I'm not leaving until
What
this is
happens?
resolved.
What happens to
Continue.
other nearby places?
What's
if we
happening?
leave this unchecked.
Like,
What if it gets out of there?
Rye's like laughing. Like he's starting to kind of like laugh in a weird way.
Look, you
And-
do whatever. I know what I'm gonna do.
Do you want more things following you?
I look at everybody and I say, I just died. I died. You're talking about the town. You're talking to the people. I died.
And
I
here
was
you
already
are. Looks
dead.
like the great creator has more use for you.
I'm not some puppet, some entity or whatever the fuck you believe. I died. I've got other responsibilities that I forgot about. I don't know why I did. I don't think this town's... I don't know if this town's worth saving, but I don't think I'm going to be the one to be doing it. I look over at Oz. You need to make smart choices. You need to look around you.
Oz looks around and then back at Rye.
Is Kendra around?
Kendra is kind of moving around, trying to clean up a little bit around the house from, well, taking care of as many people as she possibly can.
Pat your peg for a lot of things, right? But a coward wasn't one of them.
Hey now, y'all need to calm down. I know we
I'm
just
perfectly
went through a lot,
calm.
but
You can call me whatever you want. I've been called worse by better. I know
You
what I
can't-
have to do. I know what I need to do.
Well,
But
you
what
do
about
what
all
you
the
need to
people
do, and
here?
I'll do what I need to do.
what about this town? What about
What about my daughter? What about my
promised-
life?
I promised you I'd help you with that, but one thing at a time.
You gonna help me when I'm dead? This town's
Oz
taking a lot from
Looks
me.
down at his
We
feet.
already did.
So what do you propose? We go in there, and what?
We stopped.
What do you even
this.
know it's in there? Stop what?
I don't know.
You
But
guys need to
whatever
wake
it
up.
is, we gotta stop it.
Gotta clear out that evil pit, just like we did that rat nest.
Rat nest.
Oh shit! I forgot. I didn't tell you.
Oh, it was a rat nest.
Rat.
Well, not anymore.
Aye, the smell.
You
Get
just
used to it.
you can see from the bed, Pevrin starting to like chuckle, like he's trying to hold back laughter, and you just hear him
It was insane.
Oh, oh, I'm sorry, Rye. I don't mean to make and he tries to like see like lift up his arm. He's like, oh shit. I don't mean to make light of your situation here, but yes, you in fact did just die. And you're sitting here talking about your unfinished business. And here I am. I've been dead for 50 years, caught in a loop, in a prison, tortured for who knows how long, and you're just ready up to cut and run. It's like you took out all the work from being a ghost and just went into giving up. It's I just, it's not a funny situation. But the irony of it all, I genuinely feel bad for the mistakes I made. Really, I do, and I know I've been fucking up so much, but to watch you and have your existence end immediately just go, no, I'm gonna just cut and run. It's if I had the ability to do that, the living is, you're funny in the most pathetic ways sometimes.
All right, you stop it now too. Don't you get in on this.
No.
At that, Rye is going to swing his Pharasma sword at
Severn.
Yes, Pepper.
Oz is gonna step in the way.
I'll step in the way as well since I'm right there.
You definitely know that even if it doesn't maim the boy, the physical bar itself under his strength will definitely cause
I'm getting in the way.
damage. Okay.
Oz would die.
Yeah, I am.
There's no way.
I am losing my cool, and I'm like pulling it out like I'm about to swing. I'm not like attacking, but I'm like, obviously, I'm getting.
I mean, 3 people step in front of.
Sure.
him.
The three of you immediately stand in the way. You see Eli turn his back away from the door, putting his chest in between there. Where do we see Temerity and Oz in the situation? Do you kind of stand in front, to the side? Where?
Flick my hair at you.
I'm with the boy.
In front of
I've been
Pepper
with
as
the
much
boy
as
the whole
possible.
time.
Okay. All right. So your entire party turns as you're drawing this blade in preparation to swing. They
Put
provide
down
a barrier.
my sword that's still on loan.
He got me killed. He's gonna get you killed.
I mean, the rest of our party got you killed just as much. They were standing around some fucking relic trying to repair it while we were fighting. If you want to put blame on anybody.
Hold
I
on
look up
now.
at Eli.
I don't even know how this all started.
Oh, well, Tripp started it. He poked his nose where it didn't belong as usual, and it caused the hound to transform into that monstrous
Did he know that was
beast
gonna
nearly
happen?
killed us all.
Did he know that was going to happen?
Did he care that it did?
Did he do it on purpose?
Did he consult any of us before he took action?
Do any of
That
you
is the
consult any of us
actual-
before you take action?
I mean,
Is
I
this
beg you
getting
to.
us anywhere?
No.
Are we just
it's
asking
not.
questions?
All
I
of
mean,
you.
that's the whole point.
I'll remove myself from Pepper's body right now.
No, you stay in
at
that
least-
body. Don't you dare move.
He deserves at least this much.
What? Someone else to come in?
All of you said it yourself. Anyone's better than me, right?
How
No.
much of
That
Pepper's
is not
mind
what
is
it-
even going to be
all
left after
said.
this? How do we even know he's still in there? I haven't talked to Pepper in days, I feel like.
I would try to see if I can even sense Pevrin. I know the last time he was there, he didn't say anything. And the other time when I just came in, he was like in terror.
How do you want to go about sensing him in this place?
It's kind of like just like how I kind of like reside back into myself, like kind of go dormant and see if he's like there. Kind of like how I've been doing.
Okay. All right. Then.
I'll look to everyone. Give me a minute. I'll see if I can find him or if he even wants to talk. Then
Could always chip a piece off of Rye and throw them in there.
Give me a willpower, please. $18.
18 plus 4. Sorry. I don't know why there's a dollar sign right there.
Okay.
Dollar bills.
You begin to retreat inside of yourself, finding those moments. Never sure how long it's going to take before you finally reach the center of where you can see the boy. Time dilates here for a while. You know, it's only moments outside of the body, but inside it can take some time. As you're forcing your way into the memories, into the mind, regressing further and further into him before you can seemingly spot something amidst the darkest points. Before you had a landscape of which you were familiar. This is different. This is unholy. It's very, very new. What peers before you? You see a land of shadows. You see artifacts raining down from darkened purple clouds. Chains anchoring to building tops. You see an ever-watching eye. Hooked from the center of the clouds, a purple skull. Teeth missing, some wrenched free, some not. And the orbital sockets themselves seem to be laced with those same very chains that are anchoring themselves to the ground. You've seen this before. It was in one of the books. A figure. Zon Kuthan, you believe? You've heard multiple times he's being spoke of. This watchful eye seems to rain down over this place, but where there are buildings, there are no people here. Except one. Raised at the precipice of the highest building point, you see this dais, large and open, where a boy, Peverin, these hooks into the meatiest parts of his body, holding him in place, tethering him in spot, where he is being watched upon. At each corner of this dais, apparitions. They are decorated in these garments meant for nobles or funerary attire. Each of them glowing headdress and vestments that seem to illuminate them, showing their face before they were dead, in death, and in the afterlife. You recognize the symbols on their chest, marking them as house nobles. Each of the largest towers embellish these same. You've heard multiple times about Nidal. You've heard about their leaders. Rai has mentioned them multiple times, the Umbries, the elite, known as the Umbral Court. Peverin can't speak. Peverin is bound. He's anchored here in such a way that has made him a slave inside of his own body. And while his mouth moves, crying out for aid, no sound releases, which has made that light flicker. A campfire in the darkness.
If it's like his dream world that I can run or fly into, I will go to him if that's possible.
You shift and move about this city that you can only presume is Nidal. You move with haste. You're never quite touching the floor. 60 and then 90 feet. Speeding as fast as your form will allow you. Ascending staircase after staircase, finding doors tucked behind paintings, hidden behind large false doors. A labyrinth before finally reaching the highest tower. When you arrive to the top, what felt like an hour of running appears to be much longer. His body emaciated, dry, dehydrated, his eyes sullen and sunk into the back of his head, his lips split, bearing his teeth, yellowed in wretched decay. And there he hangs. The Umbries with a single hand on each tether to his body. Their vision turns to you.
Yeah, I will run to Pevrin and then try to shake him awake. Pevrin, it's me. It's me, Silwith. Wake up. He like tries to like tap him on the cheek.
The boy doesn't respond. Noise emits from the tallest of the Umbries. Thin and gaunt in shape, arms lithe and free-flowing, moving like a fishing pole, not like that of an arm. A stick in the breeze. Raises up to you, points in your direction before it falls back to its side. Mouth never moving, but the sound emitting. He will not respond. We have captured the boy. A light flicker. He belongs to the Umbral Cord. A woman with arms tucked in long, drooping sleeves. She nods before agreeing. He's ours. And we'll decide his purpose. You're lost, little soul. Come to Nidal so that you can join. You walk over the Everwar's Dreamwake. You're more than capable than the others. You can be a steward in our court. A large, rotund figure, seemingly eating this apparition like turkey leg, holding onto it, and every time he snaps a bite down, you hear the jowls clop and plop before he looks up to you and the eyes trace in your direction. Yes. Come on, come work for the Umbries. We'll give you a job. A runner. You'll never climb, but here, underemploy.
Oh, this motherfucker just try to get me in the same line of work as my father? Oh, fuck that. I'm sorry. Can I try manifesting fucking weapons in this world? Is it possible? Can I try that? Can I think hard enough for that?
You can try.
To tentacle him.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to manifest like a the daggers that I stole from Ryan Eli.
Sure.
I want to manifest both of those.
Will
if
save.
I can.
Force it. Will it to be.
Ooh.
It's really good. You do so forth, but they don't quite manifest as full daggers. You get thin and small stilettos. These are not meant for slicing. This is meant for puncture. But even then, they look like child's toys.
Hey, they'll get the job done.
And what is it you wish to do with that? We're dead, boy. What is dead cannot die.
You're absolutely right about that. But that doesn't mean that I can't do anything to you while I'm here. And then he throws the fucking daggers at one of them.
Go ahead. You make your attack. You
I'm gonna reroll.
Go for it.
Reroll. Hold on. Okay, yeah.
Give me a will save.
Dude, these rerolls.
I'll
You happy with
reroll that. I'll take that.
Okay. This is what happens, my friend. You will forth these blades. Stilettos they appear, but not quite daggers. They laugh at this paltry example of what you can conjure. And then you free one from your rested palm. It whips end over end. Which one were you targeting? The woman, the rotund man, or the willow-like tallest figure?
The last one that was like, oh, you could work for me if you that one.
Sure, okay.
That dipshit, yeah.
He's not expecting this. Additionally, when it is thrown, He's not anticipating it hurting. In fact, the willow-like figure laughs. This is fine. Before the stiletto sticks, it pierces just into the belly. And he releases this turkey leg and drips down to the ground. The stiletto seems to free itself, resting from his person, and evaporates, leaving an opened spot. I'll have you and your family, whatever remains. The woman chimes in. That is unprecedented. Are you sure you wouldn't like to come work for the banks? We'll treat you as more than a runner. I will give you a greater position. Talent such as that should not be wasted on the living.
I'm not part of the living. You should have known that already. And then he'll conjure that same dagger again, and he'll fucking he's gonna ready up. He's gonna fucking fight these fools.
This time when you conjure the daggers, you're willing them to be. You feel your force, your very life force, lessen and lessen every time. You notice that the blade gets noticeably smaller. It's thinner. More frail. Lose 2 hit points. You're conjuring an extension of yourself. You're willing it to be. You have another blade. Make an attack.
Yeah. This one will go to the woman. Natty 20? Fuck, whatever, 15.
You whip the stiletto, hoping for the best. She clutches this. She catches it right out of flight. Her hand moves and free flows that kinetic energy. She stops your wispy stiletto. And it maintains form. Yes. You'll find your way to Nidal. And I'll make you an offer you cannot refuse. I've seen your others. Let me start my offer now. The tall one chimes in. I think not. Not in this place. He has been wooed by the living, and he will not be delivering upon you what you offer. The larger one chimes in. I'll crush him. Wait for him to come here in whatever body. Drain the life from it. And I'll suckle what remains of his soul into my person, rubbing his belly all the while.
While they're arguing with each other, are there locks on the bindings that he has?
There are locks. As you step forward to try to do the bindings, she says something to you. You know we can see through you, right? We see through him. And I can see exactly what it is that you're after. What if I can promise you a chance at your father?
Oh, you little bitch.
What if I can offer you your friend's soul back? The burned one.
There's nothing that you can offer me that won't come with a greater price.
Everything comes with a price. But we know exactly how far one will go, as we've made the same as you. So what say you? A return slight to your father. Bring the boy. We need his body.
While they're doing that offer, I would try to back into Pevrin and see if I can try to undo one of the locks with a smaller dagger that I have.
Can't.
Kind of like a lockpick.
We see through you. We know why you're here. And any force that you offer now, you will weaken yourself. Also, we know that the boy lives. And if you end his life, we will send the echoes, our umbral army, for everywhere we felt his feet touch the ground. And they will raise the earth, creating more for our army. Let us consider this then. Boy, You've stepped to see 3 of the 7 Umbral Court. We've offered you something. You haggled, and you stepped away with the greatest offer. Every opportunity after this will lessen. It will weaken. We'd like to offer you the choice first. Show your loyalties, and we'll deliver.
I've already got my loyalties to the people I'm working with. Tripp will end up backing up, and I don't know if he's like able to like clasp anything, but he'll give Pevrin the tiny dagger, and he'll try to like make his way out of this world if he can. So he's gonna like leave the tower.
With a physical snap, her hand comes forward, and there's just a single that echoes, and you're brought back. Seconds have passed.
As that happens, you see the eyes focus back, and then Silith yells, "Pevrin!"
He's lurched forward, sweat over his brow, the eyes sunk in more so previously than it once had been.
He's in Nadal. He's in Nadal. And he looks over to Rye. They have one of yours too.
One of what?
One of your friends. One of his spirits.
Raya is looking like just daggers through Pevrin right now.
I think you misunderstood. They have Rye's soul.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. They're holding on to your soul. They have it.
Who?
It's the Umbral Court, right? That's what they're called?
Yes.
The Umbral Court. They have your soul. And they have Pevrin's. But they want his body.
What are you on about? Pevrin's right here.
His body is here.
How do you know that?
Because I just went to Nadal. Or at least a dreamscape of it. And he
Go for it.
And
19.
Silith literally like tells him, "You've been to Nadal. You lived in Nadal, right?"
He seems very
Right.
earnest.
I'm gonna sense motive as well.
Sure. He seems completely
streets-
earnest. There's fear that's tremoring in his very voice.
Okay.
The tower that
I
I've
think he's
seen.
Telling the truth.
And he starts going like in detail the tower that he's seen, the direction that he took to see like, hey, is this Nadal? Is this like the layout? Have you been through these alleyways? Have you been through these like buildings?
No.
Like he gives you that detail.
Right, there is nothing that can refute the fact that Nadal, while maybe like most other towns, there are smoke chains anchored to the 7 highest building tops that lead to a darkened cloud above.
I look over at Oz. Is Oz saying out loud that he's telling the truth?
Yeah, Oz says, I think he's telling the truth. And like the more Silith describes stuff, the more worried the more worried facial expressions Oz has on his face.
He even describes 3 of the members that he had talked to and the offer that they made
one
him.
he's stabbed.
Yeah.
Man, Rye.
You know of most of the members. They have names in the streets for those that are trying to survive under the ever-present rules. The large one as the Bloat. The tall one, the Willow. The woman with the hands tucked in sleeves, she's called the Bargain.
Like he tells him exactly, like he goes like verbatim of like, this is what they said, this is what happened, like telling him everything.
Rye is taking all this in. Rye is overwhelmed.
Sure,
okay?
of course.
Rye is completely overwhelmed. And Rye is going to have the foresight not to throw the rats, okay? But his backpack, he is just gonna fucking chuck that thing into the wall. And then he's like going on a little fucking rampage right now. Like nothing is going his way. He is just came out of, you know, he just died. He's just been told some fucked up shit. It's bringing up stuff from his past. He's thinking about his daughter. He is like, he just fucking loses
full rage.
Yeah. Oz is gonna try to calm him down if he can.
Kendra and Jaminda, they enter into the room to see what this rage is about. Why we see you freaking out, essentially. This goes to particularly to those with sight. Not many of you do have sight of this. This is going to go specifically to Rye, and it's going to go specifically to Tripp. Rye's a little harder for you to focus on. You're already panicking. You've pretty much just had a ton of your personal life brought up into this. He said some things. 1, that you died. 2, they've got your soul. 3, he's described Nadal, which is absolute horror for you. It's an existing nightmare.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Like, I mean, he thought he was away from this stuff, you know, and now he's being told. Yeah. Now he's being told like he never was truly away. In fact, you know, like it's always there, you know, just right at his heels all the fucking time.
What the two of you see that the others cannot is that green light that you had seen previously that was moving slowly over the land, cascading, if you will, burning embers like an avalanche, moving over the very land. A green line of flame, flickering, burning over grass that's not quite there. It bypasses the wall. It starts roving over the floor, the surface, and it's moving over the room.
We don't have much time. We have to get to this. We have to get to the prison now.
And Oz is going to be trying to calm Ryan.
No. We have new information now.
There's fire spreading from the prison. It's
Rye,
literally
you can see it when he says that. It's caught your eye. There's something that is about this that you can't quite untrain. It moves like a living serpent across the floor itself.
When I see that, I'm like, you know, as if like I'm looking at lava. I start avoiding, you know, like.
What did you do? Like leap up onto a bed? Do you kind of what does this look like for Rye?
When I see it, I'm still kind of enraged. I'm like punching the table or whatever. I see it and I'm realizing kind of what I'm looking at, and I just sort of like instinctually just take a few steps back. I kind of look around and try to like, I'm having to like reset myself into this new thing. So I'm like just taking a few initial steps back, kind of looking. Yeah.
You see Pevrin kind of like put his like neck up, like he tenses up, like he almost might be feeling that fire, and just him go.
There's no heat.
Look, I understand that.
Continues to move as you're speaking.
I'm not the best person for the situation, but Pevrin's body's not going to be occupied by anyone else for some time. And the people from Nadal are coming for it if it stays vacated.
It starts sweeping over the feet of everyone.
Please.
Nothing
but only
happens.
Right and
Correct.
Yeah, Tripp. Yeah, we can see it.
There's a tickle at first in the bottom of your feet. And that spot that was pointed out by Gorovin, where a mark was etched into your foot, where each of you were marked by Petros Lorimor. Before it rolls past you, Kendra, she starts to take a step forward. Just calm down. And as her toes stipple into that green flame, she pauses and her body immediately falls limp. Her head bounces off the floor. Jaminda rushes forward to save and to try to prevent this. And as the flame washes over her leg, as she's taking a step, she too falls, collapsing to the floor, unresponsive.
Torvin, I hate to ask you this, but would you unbind me, please?
What the hell's going on?
I don't
Torvin
know,
gonna
but we have to
reflex
get.
to catch one of them since he's close to the door.
Sure. I will say that you will get a reflex to... You weren't expecting this, so seeing the second body, I'll give you a chance on Jaminda. Reflex, please.
And Oz is being like, calm down, Rye.
Am I close to Rye? Can I also try?
I mean,
Gets the
theoretically, yeah.
reflex,
In order for you to reflex to catch Kendra, it's going to be high. You weren't expecting it. There was nothing here. Like, you couldn't even see the flame. So please, by all means, reflex for each of you that wanted to try, realistically.
Well, I knew Torvin was at the door, you know,
right
too.
now.
I was with the boy.
Yeah, he's next to the boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he was
he's
like,
next to
peeping at
Soa.
us.
And I'm next to Rye.
Did you want to make a reflex, Cobalt? It's kind of your call if you want to. Here.
I'm not great at it.
Okay. Temerity, you're able to catch the arm to lessen the fall. Her head does not bounce off of the ground.
What the
The
heck?
problem is, Kendra, her body did fall, and she fell right on her face. There's a very small, albeit small, pool of blood that's starting to ream from a now open gash on her forehead where it split over the wooden tile.
Rye just says out, something's moving through the room.
We need to change our plan here. We have new information. We have different priorities. Rye, I think you should take the boy and get the fuck out of here. Oz, Torvin, you should do the same. Temerity, go to the church. Try to get some assistance.
Happened?
I'm going to go to the prison and I'll hold them off as long as I can. And hopefully I can outlast it until Temerity gets back with some help from the church.
You can't go on your own.
No one at the
Look,
church.
we need to keep the boy away from them. He's not safe here.
Where are we going to take him?
Anywhere.
Has
Have to keep him out of Nadal's hands.
There's
He's
like fire
already there.
literally around us, and I'm like freaking out.
Yeah, like where
if
has the
what
wave?
Syl
Has it
was
gone
saying-
through us?
It's past the
Yeah.
house. It's past the room. It's moving at this point through the hallway, past the studies. It's passing through the house.
Me and you are kind of living a subtle fear of fire not burning us, but we're seeing it, so it's a little jarring.
Are they saying anything that like would detect
Yeah.
that like something's come and we can't see it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
that's
Like
what
describing
it
body
fire.
is.
language of like looking at something and stepping back and saying
gonna-
like, something's coming through the room.
Can one of you please
And we just
unbind me?
saw
Go ahead, Misty.
them fall over.
I'm gonna detect magic.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what's going on.
Sure.
I want to see it, right? I know I always click it even though you
Sure.
tell me not
I got
to,
you.
so-
You cast detect magic. I need for you first to give me a fortitude save.
Okay, thank you, chat. I hate you.
Oh, this is definitely not a chat thing.
Oh, all right. Well, then never mind.
You can still hate the chat though. That's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, that's fair.
I
don't
stand
hate
by
you,
what I
chat.
say.
I love you for all the rerolls today.
Wow, the betrayal.
Reroll that.
You do still have rerolls. You got a couple
No,
of them.
maybe if everyone loves chat so much, I won't. No, I'll reroll. Yeah,
That's much
There
better.
we
That's
go.
much better. You
All the
reflexively
rerolls.
flinch your eyes closed. That even in this moment, with perfect vision, you weren't expecting for the flashbang-like explosion of light hitting your eyes. It hurts, but you reflexively close them in time. You get these tracer images, these spots in your vision. Yes, you can see the wave of fire moving. You weren't expecting the collective magic pooling up around the direction of Harrowstone itself.
Take it you're observing what we are, and you see like Pevrin like stiffening up his back, like he's like still freaking out. Again, I know it's not the most opportune thing to ask, but being a little more mobile would be preferred at this point.
I
Oz
look
is
at
going to cast communal protection from evil
Okay,
and touches.
your first 4 spells go off as anticipated. You have no issue whatsoever.
Are you all not listening? You need to take Kendra and the boy and get out of here, and I'll buy you as much time as I can.
it might be too late for that. We might already be in this. There may There may not be a way to escape now.
Rapping at the door at the front of the house.
I go and open it.
That's the sheriff. We're gonna have problems.
You move. You break away
Does
immediately.
it sound like the knock of the sheriff? Because we've heard the sheriff's knock before.
Yeah, it's loud. It's very, very loud. After the second knock and not quite being answered immediately because you have to move about the house, you see the door sort of slightly open and then a face peer around the corner as you're within 4 or 5 feet of the door. You recognize the face of the sheriff. His face is confused. Hello? Kendra? Rye. Rye, what's going on?
Something is permeating from the prison. We don't know. It just went through the room.
Why? And he kind of like pushes the door open, and he has one hand covering himself. Where are my clothes? I only remember being here last. Where are my clothes?
We ain't got time for clone problems, okay?
Bubs, while this is happening, I'm gonna try to escape out of the ropes. Is that okay?
Sure, go ahead. Give me an escape artist. And he, before he does anything else, he kind of looks over his shoulder. Why was I walking through the prison? Or was I in the prison? I was in the prison yard, and on the way over here. Everyone's asleep.
Lots happening. Nothing good.
I mean, I get it that it's late.
confusing.
I don't understand it. What? Is anybody else like coming to see what's going on?
Oz is helping Pevrin. Oddly.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, the
I'm
moment I
actually
get
trying to help
out,
you
yeah.
out because
Yep.
Eli was saying to get you out of here, so Oz is trying to do that.
It's like the moment you guys like walk up, you see Pevrin's arm kind of like slink it a little bit, and then he just like pulls it out. And he's like, okay. He's like, we don't have time for this, and he's like, he's
working his way out of it.
Yeah,
It's
he like
quite-
undoes the fucking rope.
Quite capable. You swore you executed perfect dwarven knots. Okay, you are certain.
The boy's a fucking ferret.
He is. He is. He's a fucking ferret. Yeah, that's good.
You see Tripp look at Torvin. Sorry. And then he picks up like his gear, daggers and everything, and he just starts making his way towards the door.
Did anybody else around the corner to kind of adventure here with Rye, or were you staying to this rear room?
I'm
all
staying with
staying.
Pevrin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eli, Temerity?
I gave him communal protection from evil.
Perfect. Got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay with the boy.
All right, Eli?
I'm going to remove my armor and start trying to patch it up.
Got it. Got it. All of you can overhear the voice of a man, another man in the house.
I would make my way over with him.
When you
I didn't want to stay in the room, yeah.
You round the corner, the two of you that are moving with him, or the three even, the first thing that you see, Tripp, is the sheriff. And he's naked. He is covering himself. He's trying to appear as respectful as possible. But he's confused.
Is there like a blanket around or something?
Yeah, there is. I'm sure you could find like a shawl or something like a throw.
I just toss it to him and I tell him a lot of weird things are happening. Just try to collect yourself. Here. And I toss him cover yourself.
Warden Hawkrin, what are you doing here?
Not the Warden Hawkrin. This is the sheriff.
Sorry, Sheriff Hawkrin, what are you doing here?
Hawkrin.
Kaler.
How do you know that?
That's right. This happened before. It's me, Sheriff. Tripp.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Silwith.
I'm sorry,
Prison?
I don't. Are you trying to like jar his memory
Harrowstone.
about being in prison?
Yeah, like Harrowstone.
Sure. Let me give you some roll.
As Oz is leaving the room to chase after Pevrin, he will say to Temerity and Torvin, "We should get Kendra and Jamenda too, if we're leaving." And he kind of brushes off after Pevrin.
I'm sorry, Pevrin. I don't know what you're talking about. But I don't know how you know about that. And he kind of looks to you, Rye. Did you know that?
Listen, you're confused. A lot of weird things are happening. It's okay. Just try to collect yourself. You're among friends. We're trying to decide what to do. So sit over there and try to remember how it all happened. And then I look back at the rest of everybody. I don't think we're ever going to escape this. We can run, but I'm convinced now that it doesn't matter how far we go, especially if we have him. And I point at Pevrin. We can run. That's what I want to do. That's what's screaming inside of me to do. But we're never going to outrun the Umbries. I don't know what's going on here. But if I don't have a soul anyways, what does it matter if I throw it into Harrowstone?
Can I get reflexes from everyone, please?
Ooh, 11.
Torvin, quick to stabilize. Very naturally, like low center of gravity. Temerity, this is not very difficult for you.
I'm gonna reroll.
Sure.
I'll use one of my,
Oh.
I think my second to last reroll.
Got it.
So
My third one?
A little better.
I'm going to
Yeah,
roll.
there we go.
Reroll mine. I haven't done any of my rerolls.
Got it.
yet,
Got it.
so-
Got it. Got it.
I got 2 left.
And again. And you suck. I'm doing again. And I take that one.
There we go. Okay. I think most everybody here is probably going to be pretty okay, especially with everyone around you in Staples. Never mind, Eli. It's just getting worse and worse.
Why,
Oh my
Eli?
goodness! Like, oh goodness, 5 is not. It's not exceptional.
2, 3.
Not exceptional. Getting worse. How are you doing this? This is impressive.
I think that's all for me.
Well done.
no.
Okay. All right. So
10, 12,
as
5.
Fine, I'm going in alone.
you've ushered for the sheriff to sit down. As each of you sort of come forward, there is a small shake, a tremble at first. You hear the glass clinking in the kitchen, cups and steins, various things sort of like bouncing off of each other. The paintings on the wall seem to start to shake. Books begin to fall out as the earth trembles at your feet. You hear it split. The house begins to creak and shake.
What the hell?
I jump out a window. I jump out a window. I know what a cave-in is. Fuck this shit. I jump out of a window.
Okay. Is anybody following that, or are you just like leaping through the only window here?
No, I'm not following that. I'm grabbing my
Oz
things
is
though.
You guys are
protecting
you're
Pevrin.
right
Hello.
next to the door. If you wanted to go through the door, you can. This is like
Yeah,
this is pretty
I'm
easy.
grabbing my
I'm going through the
things.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm grabbing Benjin and we're going out the door together.
Oz is holding on to Pevrin.
Yeah, I'm
Pevrin.
right next to Oz and Pevrin.
Do you 3 step out? Okay.
Sure.
Pevrin immediately starts leading out of the house, and it's like following in tow. What do we see Eli doing? Are you still mending the armor at this point?
That he fell over, I think.
I will get up and begin to leave.
I just see Eli having
rumbling.
this perpetual fuck this mentality and attitude to everything at this point. Just like so sick of the world around him. So as
drag my armor behind me.
As this world around you begins to shake and an earthquake begins to commence. This rumble begins to split parts of the house, weakening its foundation. Some of the roof begins to fall into the upstairs. Down the steps, the peach tree shakes every last peach
I mentioned
free.
to Torvin and Temerity that we should grab Kendra and Jamenda.
That was before the cave-in.
It
No.
was before the cave-in.
If they're still
I can't
there, I'm
carry
gonna go
them.
lay over their bodies.
I'm not
You got
strong.
it. And
Shield on my back.
they are still there. They are
And
still
we're
there.
I will
close enough
go
to the
lay
door,
over
right?
them and try to
I got
protect them.
Benjin. I can't get
Got it.
off.
Got it.
If we're near the door, I'm gonna start pulling one of them like out.
I'll
Sure.
throw a
towards it.
fucking mattress over us, like.
You do. That's very clever. You do just that. You turn over a mattress. You use yourself as like the existing barricade. You provide that space, and the world begins to shift. It begins to shake and tremble further. So you never quite feel anything strike your back at this point, but it is here in this place that you can hear something from the depths, almost as if hell itself is opening. This. And where you are standing outside the house, crouched incredibly low, allowing yourself an opportunity to sort of stabilize, you can see Harrowstone begin to lift off of the ground. It looks almost as if it's like caving in. But Maggie, this is where Oz has the most knowledge. As the prison begins to shift and shake, something upends itself from the yard. You hear the wall break and split. And then you can see 3 pillar-like fingers erupt from the earth and clip onto the ground itself as it tries to wrench itself free.
Well, he's coming. That's what Oz says.
It's like Monster House.
And before you're even afforded an opportunity to respond, Rye, you hear your name called from the doorway. The others can't hear this. Peverin, you hear Rye's name called from the doorway. It's a voice that you recognize.
Oh, you're fucked up. I think I know what's gonna happen.
Rye? What's happened? What's going on? And when you turn to look, Kendra, her spirit stands in the door. Jamenda swiftly behind her. They're holding onto the doorframe, equally as confused as before.
Oh, darling.
What did we do?
And when you turn to glance around, new spirits begin to join the foray of those marching to Harrowstone. And you can see some of the bodies of the peasants of the townsfolk that had fallen in the night. The town crier, resting, crumpled into a heap. You can see multiple spirits moving, walking. They know not what to do, but their heads never quite turn from you because you can't quite turn from them. And this is where I end tonight's session.
We fucked up.
I blame chat.
It's like I said to Jorfa, welcome to the afterlife.
Like I feel like it's that TikTok
man.
song, that sound, right? Like, oh, we fucked up. Like that's what it is. That's what the yeah.
Chat's
That or the-
bloodthirst cannot be
It's fine.
sated.
That's
all
that's
a
on
dream.
them.
The pecker.
all right?
They have to take the whole town.
It's not our fault they failed their saves.
Kendra. She ushers for each of you. Come inside.
Oh, you said it was done. No more.
Rest.
Get back in your fucking body, Kendra. I'm on top of you right now.
and finish what my father asked. I'm stuck here. As we conclude the penultimate, and next week, the next time we play, will be the finale.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, see.
Oh, man.
Toss me a platinum, I'm mad.
Well,
Dang. Looks like me and Rye have some traveling to do, huh?
I'll be
TPK.
taking my sword back now, thanks.
So, before I give everybody their conclusions, their roundouts, and their shoutouts, I'm going to say just this much for everyone here. Next week, I will allow only a handful of cards to be available. There are technically 22. I'm going to handpick them for the experience. They will be equal parts good and equal parts bad. I'm going to set incentives before the next stream, and it will be up to the audience, our benevolent gods, to choose exactly what happens. It will not just be one card. The goals will lead up to 5 Harrow cards unlocked in our finale.
Do this. Let's use the MTG style. Put 7. Gives us a good starting hand.
I can't even do it. Can't even do it. So
Don't need a mana.
We're
crypt.
screwed.
Can
it will be
won't?
it will be up to chat to make the luck rerolls happen. I'll even open it up to greater than 5. The chat will need it. The chat they're gonna need
Greater
it.
than 5.
They're gonna need
Hell
it.
yeah.
So, Eli, CobaltStreak, what are you doing? Where can we find you these days?
Disappointed. Yeah, so Cult of the Lamb's coming out Thursday, but I've got full access tomorrow starting at like 7 a.m. when I get home. I'm going from dropping my kid off. We're going to be playing that like all night.
Looks pretty good.
So that's on my list of things to do. It's an awesome game. Not sure how many days or how long that's going to take, but other than that, finishing up Final Fantasy VI.
Sick.
I got D&D on Thursday, and we're in the middle of a pretty epic fight over there on Roll Forward as well with Miss Maggie, and that's a lot of fun. And otherwise, I'm just hanging out with y'all here on Tuesdays, and I'm happy to be here. It's a lot of fun. Bubs always delivers awesome twists. And fuck you, chat. That's all I have to say.
Oh,
Who's
perfect.
next?
Perfect. Oz is played by Ms. Maggie herself. Maggie, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
Hey, everybody. I love you, chat. I'm MargaretKrohn. You can find me at MargaretKrohn in all of the places.
You're muted. You muted yourself. There you
How
go.
the hell did I do that?
No idea.
Your Slivia's haunted.
Ghost
The
Wi-Fi.
heck?
Yeah.
Ugh. I don't know what you heard, but you can find me at MargaretKrohn. I'm in all of the places. That's what I do. I'm on the internet doing things. If you want to see those things, go check it out. I'm leveling up my druid skills IRL if you want to see that. And I make games and video games for a living. I'm currently working on a project called Ashes of Creation, and you can find it at Ashes of Creation in all of the places. And I'm working on the advanced version of Witches and Spellcraft, but you can find the original over on Drive-Thru RPG.
Sick.
Sub to Bub. We need the rerolls.
They're gonna need it. They're gonna need it, Chad. Wyld, you playing Torvin, but over on the Wildverse, what are you doing? Where can we find you?
Yeah, I've been working on a Minecraft like server network, doing crazy things behind the scenes and changing codes. So you can now ride dolphins. Don't tell Mo Yang, but yeah, you can do that now. So
Whoa.
yeah, we'll be probably releasing like open access to this stuff pretty soon. So we're in test, but no, we're doing some good builds and some interesting stuff. So keep your eyes on the channel.
Sick. I want to ride a dolphin. Be nuts. Temerity.
You do.
Misty.
Doing flips and shit. So you can. Sorry. Sorry. You can find me. Hi, I'm Imperial. I'm just now. I just have no focus. You can find me at the link in chat. Twitch.tv/Imperial, and all my other links are there. I am currently on both my Stardew bullshit and my sewing bullshit, but I just finished this, which is really cute. This is my favorite thing I've
Oh,
done.
nice.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah. And it's got cute like Animal Crossing, not like, it has cute Animal Crossing lining in it.
Wow.
It even has a Rossetti in there, and you can't go wrong with a Rossetti, right? Even though he's cranky.
That's OG.
Yep. So yeah, I'm making a lot of cool shit. So come buy it, or watch me make it, whichever. Both
Or
equally, or both, right? Why not both?
Could I commission you to make things?
You can. I need to get my commission list unfucked. It's actually one of my tasks this week. But to be fair, what is this, like the 29th week of the year? It's been my task for the other 28. So
I know what that's
working
like.
on it.
I know what that's like. All right.
I am closer though, so soon.
Perfect. Okay. Well, we have Mr. Ellohime. Rye, what are you doing these days? Where can we find you, boss?
Yeah, when I'm, not trying to guide my character in Dungeons & Dragons through like tragedy after tragedy, I do stream on Twitch every now and then. I'm going through Stray right now. Probably will finish that up next stream. I stream really early hours in the morning, so like Eastern time, AM, something like that. So if you want to check it out, you can check out my link. All my socials are on there, and yeah.
All right, fantastic. Well, he's Ronald. Boss, tell us what you do and where can we find you these days? You're muted.
That's what it sounded like. If I was muted, I wasn't. I was fucking
You're such a dick.
That's what it
hey
would
guys.
sound like.
I'm Xander. I play games here a lot on Tuesdays, and whenever Bubs needs me around for looking hot on camera.
Stream.
I also stream on my channel. I'm currently playing WoW for the new and final season 4 of Shadowlands. Really working my way up through those keys so I can eventually hit rank 15 on those keys and then jump over to another character. And yeah, just chilling and having fun with my friends.
Fantastic.
That's you guys. Yeah.
Well, that does actually leave me. I'm just a guy that pretends to be a lot of characters that. Although I mean, mostly you guys kill, and I try to make their voices loud. Sometimes I'm successful, sometimes I'm not. Either way, I'm always trying to turn it up a notch or two. Thank you guys for watching. If you have not followed or subscribed to the rest of these amazing casters, storytellers, and performers, you're fucking failing. Okay, so go do that. Support Ashes, support Cobalt, support Maggie, and all these endeavors. Go to the drive-thru and pick up the game, and check out Wyld's incredible work on everything that he does. On dolphins, writing dolphins and shit, and commission Misty, buy all of her stuff, and well, I mean, there's a lot that you can learn by going to Ello's stream. I assure you, I've learned quite a few things, not just about him, but about life and things in general. I feel like it's just wisdom that just oozes from him there in that place. Also, I have a thing about reenacting some of his previous characters. If you couldn't guess, that Cypress was one of his previous characters, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Just let him possess you.
Yeah, like when you were as soon as you said that, well, I thought it was him, and then when you did the man, I was like, oh damn, shit.
Rest in good berries, Cypress.
Yeah, rest in good berries. Yeah.
Oh, and that's it for now, guys. I love your faces. Do what you do. Stay safe, stay nerdy, and we'll catch you later. Have a good one, guys. Peace.
Sub to Bub.
Breast milk cheese.